Hi, welcome to your fourth and final day of Basecamp. Today is all about instruction and instructional content. We want you to think critically and carefully about the instructional content in your course. Let's begin with a quick module preview. We started out the day today in the opening webinar, and if you're currently viewing this video, you're in the Day 4 overview page. After that, we want you to navigate directly to your naughty problem. The module is designed to be completed sequentially, so you'll go from one page to the next and then the next. If you have time at the end of the day, you can come back and preview or spend a little bit more time on some of your favorite pages, but I want to give you an overview today so you can kind of determine how to best spend your exploratory time today. So again, after the video, you'll go to the naughty problem page. On this page, review the naughty problem at the bottom. What's the biggest challenge moving your instructional content to online? And then I suggest going to the water cooler to meet up with your group. One group member should set up a video conference using either WebEx or Google Hangouts Meets. If you need a refresher, there's a video and instructions here. It was fun. We got some comments from Tuesday that said that multiple people said, hey, I wish I would have known I had to be video ready for Tuesday and Thursday. Maybe I would have dressed up a little bit or put some makeup on or freshened up my background. Remember, you don't necessarily have to have your video on to do a video meets. You can mute the screen. You only have to use the audio, or you can share the screen. You don't actually have to be on video. So guess what? No one will know if you're in your pajamas if you just don't turn on your video. Navigate to the next screen when you are finished with your naughty problem. And the first page we have for you is just some information on finding content. Now, the cool thing about this is one economics idea or concept or principle. And there's two different videos. They're exactly the same amount of time or pretty close to the same amount of time, but they describe that principle in two different ways. View both of those and think about which one would you rather see. So there's a lot of content out there. We really do need to be careful consumers of content. Is it great content from the publisher? Are there things out there that are openly licensed that we can use in our course? But sometimes we're going to find gaps, or just know that we maybe can explain that content in a different way or in a better way. So we're going to really encourage you, look for those gaps in content and think about designing some of your own content and maybe even considering licensing it so other people can use it as well. There's other tips and tricks down here at the bottom. And the next page is my absolute favorite. This is my favorite page in the whole Basecamp because it is examples from your colleagues. These are videos created by some of your colleagues, and not just the videos, but the how they did it. So on the right-hand side are the videos. You can check them out from some of your peers. Now you might not have time today to watch or preview all of them, but just take a look at a couple of them. But on the left-hand side, we've highlighted the tools or techniques or things that they've used to create those videos, and we've also hyperlinked them so you can go directly to the site. Say you want to try Screencast-O-Matic. There is a hyperlink right here to Screencast-O-Matic, and they have a quick tutorial where you can maybe get started in just a few minutes and have your own screencast video. So check out some of these videos from your peers. Don't get stuck, because you could get stuck here all day long. Maybe just look at 2 or 3 and look at some of the different tools and techniques you can use. Then there's also some great articles here, tips for creating effective instructional videos, and other videos from Advantage YouTube channel as well. Next are some ideas or tools for helping you think about planning. Here, Mary outlined a plan for how she would deliver her content. What content did she have videos for? What things would be practice quizzes or writing assignments? So take a look and use this as a brainstorming idea for outlining some of the content that you teach and how you could best teach that content. Below is a little template that we made for you for planning instructional delivery via video. I always use this. I created this just to use when I was creating videos or finding videos to make sure I covered all of my bases. So if you click on this, it will give you a copy of that brainstorming page. Maybe you want to create some videos of your own. Just some things to think about or consider as you get started. Next is a resource called Creating Your OERs, and specifically this is on finding images and audio. Mary has done a beautiful job of outlining tips and tricks for creating your own images or openly licensed resources for finding great images. So take a look at the bottom. There's some information about finding audio. This is a fantastic resource. Again, if you really need some good audio for your content, spend some time here today, or some great resources for images, this is where you're going to spend some time today. These are just some tips and strategies specifically for using Canvas or the Rich Content Editor. The Rich Content Editor, sometimes referred to as the RCE, has changed for summer and for fall. This is what we call the Rich Content Editor up here, all of these tools that you have right within Canvas to embed content. So there's call-out bubbles explaining how each of these are used. There's also a video from Canvas down here and some guides to support you as well. We've also had some requests on how do you do tables in Canvas pages. So we've did a quick tutorial for you here. You can see a lot of the content that we've designed in this Basecamp shell has been designed using tables. Another page with some tips and resources for creating lectures and micro lectures, just some best practices resources. And the following page has some information on note-taking. So thinking real critically about what is the student going to be doing while they're consuming that information. Are they going to be taking notes? So there's some different tips and strategies here. There's some information on Cornell Notes. You'll recognize the guided notes videos from the Patricia Cross website. And then on the bottom, there's some information at sketchnoting, which is just a really fun and engaging way for students to use sketch notes. So please take some time. Again, some of you might spend a lot of time on this page, others not so much. The only other thing I wanted to point out is we also had some requests for people saying, how do you force a copy of, say you wanted to make a worksheet or a template for students, how do you force a copy? This is a real quick video on how to do that in Google Docs. So again, check out some of these resources. We want to think not only about the content that we're creating and delivering, but what are students going to do while they're either reading? How are we going to hold them accountable for the reading or watching the videos? How do we know that they actually spent the time viewing the videos we've created for them or reading the materials? Some of those ways are creating learning guides or study guides or note-taking guides. And ta-da, we land on your big project for the day. We would love for you to create a video and share it with us. Now don't panic, you're ready for this. Some of you have already created a lot of videos and this is an easy peasy thing for you to do. Try incorporating a new strategy that you learned today or something, a tip or trick you learned from a colleague when watching their videos. So if you're brand new to this, don't be afraid. Just try a simple screencast-o-matic. There are so many things you can do with videos, either creating content or explaining directions or an overview of a module just like this. Maybe even just introducing yourself. So hopefully you've got some great ideas today. So we would love you to take the plunge, and option 1 is to post a video. Again, it can be a 30-second video. Do any video that you think you would use in your course. And you're going to post it here and share some thoughts on these ideas here. If you feel like there is no way I can create a video today, do option 2 where you write out a plan for a video. So this is some content I'm missing that I want to plan for, or this is an introduction that I want to do. So you have an option for posting either the video or your plan for the video. But I'd highly encourage you, even if you've never done a video before, try it. Even if it's a 30-second video, you can do it. And then you're going to post it down here. Mary has a sample here, but your peers will all be able to see your video and comment on your video. So let's learn from each other. Let's grow from each other. There are some great videos already in this Canvas shell, but take the time to create one and share with your classmates so they can learn from some of the cool things that you're doing as well.